February 29, 2020, Mike Pompeo, American Foreign Minister, flies to Doha, Qatar, to be in person there while Khalilzad was signing the peace agreement with the Taliban. But why did we go to Afghanistan to begin with?
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. Search is underway for those who are behind these evil acts. I've directed the full resources of our intelligence and law enforcement communities to find those responsible and to bring them to justice. We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbor them. We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbor them.
We will make no distinction between the terrorist groups and those who harbor them. Who harbor them? Of course, the Taliban. And now, after 18 months of preparation, we're there to sign peace agreement with the Taliban. Just an hour prior to signing this so-called peace agreement, Taliban delegation make a march, perhaps at the front yard of that luxurious hotel. Almost each one had that famous Al-Qaeda flag. La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. No God but God. Muhammad the messenger. Then the Taliban delegation stops and Istanigzai, one of their high-ranking leader, gives a speech. In the history of our country, this is a proud day. This is like one of those days when our fathers gave a good lesson to the Russians and to the Britain, defeated them, and sent them back out of Afghanistan.
جهاد او سرخندنه نه دغه ورځ ماندو چې تاسو به وینئ چې له دې اوس یو څو لحظې وروسته به ان شاء الله زمونږ د اسلامي امارت قیادت به د امریکایانو او اشغالګرو سره د دوی د قواو د خروج او د افغانستان د مجاهدینو د فتح توافقنامه لاسلیک کوي.
Today we, the children, are giving that same lesson to Americans, to the American occupiers. We're signing a peace agreement with them to leave our country. It took us 20 years of jihad against American occupiers. With this mindset, they were to believe that Americans were retreating Afghanistan, and they victoriously were there to deal with the people in Afghanistan. While according to Mr. Bush,
I've directed the full resources of our intelligence and law enforcement communities to find those responsible and to bring them to justice. We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbor them.
But please listen to this ISI high-ranking officer, Pakistan Intelligence Service, high-ranking officer and advisor. Listen to him why Americans were in Afghanistan.
And of course, the location, geography of it. So there has always been scramble for Afghanistan. Why the Soviet Union came into it? It was not just for the geography of it. It was, of course, the natural resources, and of course, coming down to the warm waters. It's not just lithium. The Panjshir Valley is full of emeralds, full of emeralds. The Shibargan is full of gas. The Shibargan is full of gas. There are oil and gas reserves which are phenomenal in this region. The Russians have been tapping Shibargan gas for about 30 years now.
Cobalt, copper,
Cobalt and lapis. The entire Badakhshan province is loaded with lapis lazuli. The Americans have come in not just for the natural resources but other strategic objectives. So point is, Pakistan will have to take the destiny in its own hand. We destroyed the Soviet Union. We have the capability to defeat and bury the Americans in Afghanistan. And Americans know this. Why? Because their supply line goes through Pakistan. Saying that ISI is involved or meddling in Afghanistan is a ridiculous statement in the sense that ISI has a strategic stake. Pakistan has a strategic stake. Whether we like it or not, Pakistan has a very strong stake in Afghanistan. And this stake has never been ignored by the Pakistani security establishment. You see, one thing that you need to understand is that Pakistan, since 1975, since even before pre-Soviet invasion days, we have always been in contact because of the Pashtun tribes that live on both sides of the border, and Taliban are Pashtun. And we have always been in contact because of the Pashtun tribes that live on both sides of the border. The fact is that ISI, Afghanistan, has historically remained an integral part of Pakistan. So it's not just lithium which has made a headline. But the point is that Afghanistan is a treasure gold mine worth trillions of dollars in any case.
And this is why we don't have peace in Afghanistan. American government has supported the worst leaders in Afghanistan, and for the last 8 years, they spend tens of billions of dollars on Ashraf Ghani, one of the most corrupt leaders in the world, and one of the most corrupt government of the world. Yes, Taliban are killing us by thousands and tens of thousands of people. Only for the last 8 years, they killed at least 100,000 of our soldiers. But listen to Ghani, which he represents American democracy in Afghanistan.
افغانستان اولادم هستن پارچه پارچه میشن خونشان سر کارم میگیره اینی امتحان الهی
Afghan people are my children. Thousands of you, tens of thousands of you, millions of you will be killed. Your blood will drown the streets. Be happy. God is examining you. It is God's will. Then why you are there? Let God to govern Afghanistan. So American government is supporting this government, this corrupt person, and most of the money comes to Afghanistan, either being looted by Ghani's friends or being channeled indirectly to the Taliban. Today they are in Qatar, in the same place where Khalilzad signed the peace agreement with Taliban. Ghani and Taliban, they are negotiating peace. After 40 years of war in Afghanistan, we're so weak, we're so confused, we cannot defend ourselves. We're begging you, people of the world, to stand for us. We're begging the American government, the Britain government, especially the Pakistan government, and all those countries, they have interest in Afghanistan. Please, don't fool us by these kind of so-called peace talks. there wouldn't ever be peace in Afghanistan. Because the most important element, the Afghan people's voice, is missing in here. We are here, the OB Universal Organization, to fill that gap. I'm begging the American government, the Britain government, the Pakistani government, the Russians, Chinese, Indian, anyone who has interest in Afghanistan, please take it. And instead of making us fool, oh, peace talk, no. You guys sit together, reach an agreement. Who wants the lithium? Okay, you take it. Who wants the copper? You take it. Who wants to take the gas? Who wants to take this and that and that? We are okay, we will give it to you in exchange for peace. Just allow us to farm in our country and make some food for our children. We know we are weak, we're not able to keep our minds. You're going to take it one way or another way. You're going to bring Taliban, you're going to make this crap government and create a chaotic situation to say, no, it's not our fault. We want to make peace between you guys, but you're stupid, you don't want to peace. No. We just want to make peace. In exchange for peace, we give you all we have. Please take it, but don't kill us. That's all we want.